Hello! So, as you can probably see, I'm dressed up as Sherlock Holmes, the greatest creation of the author Arthur Conan Doyle. And we know quite a lot about Sherlock Holmes. People all over the world know that he had a deer stalker, that he lived at 221B Baker Street in London, that he had a friend who told all the stories about him, none other than Dr. John Watson, and a housekeeper by the name of Mrs. Hudson. But what people don't know is that he was created in Southsea, the seaside resort part of Portsmouth, and I'd like your help to get the word out there about it. I'm going to be publishing in the next few weeks a collection of stories by Arthur Conan Doyle that have been completely forgotten. They were mainly written whilst he was living here in Southsea, and they give a fascinating new insight into the creative process of Arthur Conan Doyle. Now, why am I doing it? And I'll tell you a little bit more about the Southsea Stories in a little while, but why am I doing it? Well, the reason is Southsea and Portsmouth has an incredibly low level of literacy, and one of the things that I really, really want to do is celebrate those great writers who've come from Portsmouth, and there have been a lot. Charles Dickens was born here. Rudyard Kipling grew up here. H.G. Wells lived here. And the jewel in the crown is indeed Arthur Conan Doyle and his great creation, Sherlock Holmes. So I'm going to be publishing this set of stories called Southsea Stories and Beyond. Most of them were written in Portsmouth and then completely forgotten by the general public. And indeed, Conan Doyle lost track of them himself. So they never appeared in collections, and they're known as the uncollected works of Arthur Conan Doyle. There were a few of them published a few years ago, but this is the first time that the complete uncollected stories will be published in one volume, and this includes stuff which has never been published before in collected works. Why? Well, the first thing is that it's going to give you an insight into the creative process of Arthur Conan Doyle, showing you how he came to create Sherlock Holmes from various different elements that appear in other stories. We have a story, for example, with a lonely country house on Dartmoor. We have a story with a man who can identify what somebody's work is just from what they look like. We have a military medical man. We have people injured in the Afghan war. All of these elements are Conan Doyle inching towards creating Sherlock Holmes. And I'm doing it, as I say, to celebrate Southsea and Portsmouth, and also to encourage people from around the world to recognise that even in a little town like Southsea was when Conan Doyle was living here, people can create stuff that can inspire people and give people delight and joy from around the world. So yeah, there's several sides to this, but what you're going to get when you come in to pledge for this book is a wonderful reward. I'm going to be getting the book out before Christmas, and it's going to be in hardback, it's going to be in paperback, and it's going to be in limited editions. And if we go beyond the target, then it's going to be extra stuff coming in as well. We're going to give extra things. So if you're a Conan Doyle fan, if you love Sherlock Holmes, if you love local history, if you love being inspired by the stories of great writers, then do come on board and help me to get this book out. I just need the money to get the printing. I've done all the work done. So yeah, help me out and have a look at the rewards for your pledges and come on board. And it's going to be great. And let's get this out in time for Christmas. Thank you.